to today's Saturday morning workout. Today is just gonna be me because my husband was pretty tired. He had a long work week, so he needed to get a little bit more of some rest. I was trying to wait for him, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna work out by myself because I don't wanna, make him miss out on any rest. So I'm gonna wait till 7 and go live. That's why I'm late. But I was like, you know what? I wanna get my workout out the way. I personally just prefer early morning workouts because barely anyone is at the gym. I have it to myself and I could just zone out and get the workout out the way. So I decided to just go ahead and go live by myself. And I don't really know what direction I'm going with this workout because my coach is not here, but it's okay. I do know I need to practice push-ups though. So that's what I'm gonna start with. And I noticed that when I do push-ups, it really activates my core. And I normally train abs before I get into my workout. But when I do it that way and I do push-ups afterwards, I kind of struggle with push-ups more due to how much your core is activated during push-ups already. So I think I'm gonna start with push-ups and then maybe I'll do some core work after that. This live workout may not be super long today just because I'm not really feeling it. I'm kind of just here. I'm showing up, So let's go ahead and start with some push-ups. Make sure I got the angle right for y'all. All right, let's see. That should be a good angle. Don't judge me, okay? I'm not that strong yet when it comes to push-ups. I was telling y'all in my last video, I think I posted it yesterday, I was telling y'all how I used to be able to do 12 push-ups in a row. Not anymore, but I'm gonna work my way back up to it. So it's all right, we're showing up, we're doing what it takes to be great. So if I could only do 2, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully the connection is good. I am new to using this mic, so I have no idea how it sounds, but hopefully it's good. All right, let's see what we could do, y'all. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not mad at that. I'm happy with that. Let's see. Hello, hi, the Wolf Painter. Yo, hello. LZ Uzi TV. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Shout out to everybody that's tuning into the live. Hi, I'm Coco. Hi, Coco. Welcome to the live. Where you guys tuning in from? I'm currently in Texas. It's just now starting to get back warm in Texas. It had been really cold. Back. What do you mean back? Thank you guys for joining. You're so pretty. I appreciate it. I'm a married woman though. I do have to put that out there, but I appreciate the compliment. All right, I just did 1 set of push-ups. Kids in 4 times 6 as said hi. Thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to like the live, share it. I started these Saturday lives. Your butt's in the air when you're doing them. Definitely don't want that. Let me see if I move the angle this way. Your back should be straight. Your back should be straight. Hey, I'm gonna try my best, okay? Your back should be straight. I'm trying my best, okay? I'm gonna try to fix my form this time around. But I'm new to, I used to do push-ups, but I stopped for months and now I'm having to work my way back up with doing them. So my form is not gonna be perfect, but I am open to the feedback. So I do appreciate it. I'm gonna do my best. Let's see if I can make this next set better. I ain't doing a whole lot of reps because again, I'm still working my way. Start on these to help with the back. Are you saying like do girl push-ups? And then oh, okay. So you're saying start on my knees like this, start like this, and then go like that. I think that's what you mean. All right, let's see what I could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go for one more. Whew. 6. Okay, how was that? Better. Okay, I appreciate the feedback. I definitely appreciate it because I'm just now starting to get back into doing push-ups, and I already expected for my form to not be that great. Looking good, keep going. I appreciate it. So you said it's better. Elbows too far out. So correct me if I'm wrong, but when you have your arms like further out, it activates your chest more, right? And then when you have it like closer together, that activates your triceps more. I was kind of trying to go for my chest, so correct me if I'm wrong on that. Have arms closer to body. You said no other way. So you're saying that when you have your arms closer together, it's more chest, and then further apart, it's triceps. I am a retired professional wrestler. I have content posted. I'm sure your content is great. Chest closer to body. Chest closer to body. Maybe you mean my arms. Your theory is correct. So you're saying my theory is correct. The wolf painter is saying it's the other way around. I really wish my husband was here so he could correct my form. But again, he was tired, so I let him rest. When further away is triceps. I really thought it was the other way around, but again, I'm not a professional with this, so I'm not gonna argue with you. So I'm gonna try another set though. And either way, whether I'm working my chest or my triceps, I'm okay with either or. So let's see what I could do for this next set. Let's see. Oh boy, because I need to grow my chest and my triceps. That's why I don't mind whether I'm working one or the other or both. I'm okay with that. So let's see. So I like the tip you gave me though. You said start on your knees and then put your legs back. So that tip I will incorporate. Let's see. Okay. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. That's all I got in me. I was not able to do 5 at that tempo at first, so I'm okay with that. I do think I've made even a little bit of progress since last week, so I'm okay with that. Slow progress is better than no progress. Let's see what you said. Have your hands fanned out so that your elbows bend towards your body instead of out. Honestly, I appreciate that feedback. I'm just gonna have my husband critique my form because he normally trains me. So I'm gonna have him actually watch this video over. And then next week when we go live, hopefully my form is a lot better. Do you have a fitness journal? I normally keep track of my workouts in the notes app of my phone. I don't have like an official fitness journal. I do think that's a cool idea though. I know a lot of people do have one. But I go back to these lives that I do and I kind of track my progress that way as well and see like what I struggled with the previous week. Did I get better? Yada, yada. So you're doing fine. Keep it up. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay. Now that's all I'm doing for as far as push-ups. I do want to do some triceps. Now I don't have the bench in here. Normally there's a bench in this studio room. Sorry for that noise, y'all. I'm fixing this tripod. Ouch, just clipped my hand. Okay. I need one to keep track of gains or losses. Same here. I'm pretty sure I track everything else. Like I literally have I track my calories. I track my steps every day. I track my, my weight. Whenever I'm cutting weight, I track my weight. Now, if I have a day where like, I know I didn't eat that good, I probably will not track my weight that day because I don't want to get all in my head. And we know how toxic it could be if you're constantly relying on the scale for progress. So do at least 10,000 steps. Yep, I do. But I've started incorporating the bike, the stationary bike, because I have foot pain in my right foot. And so whenever I try to get too many steps, it starts to hurt my foot. So I do a combination of walking and then I do some biking. When I do the bike, I burn at least 300 calories. Sometimes I go over, but I burn a minimum of 300 calories on the bike. And then I normally get somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 steps just walking around. So, but I just spilled water. Thank you guys for tuning into the live. I appreciate you. How is the audio? How is the audio? Because I just started using these mics, and so I don't really know how the audio is until I watch the playback. So hopefully you guys can hear me good. Okay, good. And I was playing around with the settings because I'm not sure what settings work best. This is the Rode mic Gen 3. Subscribed, audio is good. Okay, awesome. And I appreciate you for subscribing. Okay, I am gonna do some triceps. Let's see, I think I'm gonna start with, let's do 15. Let's see how that feels. Normally I like to do tricep dips, but like I said, the bench that's normally in here is not in here. And it would be kind of a lot to just have to drag that bench into this room. So I'm just gonna do this. I think these are called overhead tricep presses. So I'm starting off with 15. This might be the only or the highest weight that I go up to. Let's see how it feels. 1, 2, I'm trying to do slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, ooh, I'm starting to feel that burn. 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I do feel like I should try to go a little bit heavier though. I did start to feel the burn around, I guess like the 11th rep, but I do feel like maybe I could go a little bit heavier. So let's see, we have a 20-pound, okay. I'm gonna try 20 pounds. Just gotta make sure I don't drop this weight on my head. Let's see what I could do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, yeah, I feel that. I think 20 pounds is good, which is really good because I've moved up 5 pounds since last week. Last week I did only 15 pounds and it really felt challenging, but the 15 felt a little bit easier this week. So now we're moving on to 20. Happy about that. Love doing progressive overload because it keeps my muscles challenged and it ensures that I'm setting myself up to get as much gains as possible. So, but yeah, I'm definitely feeling the burn in my triceps, which is obviously a good thing because I gotta grow these triceps, y'all. But I know that I also need to lean out, which is what I'm working on. I've been doing really good. I think today is day 4 of me actually staying on track with my calories. Because one thing about it, you could work out all you want. If your nutrition is not right, you are not gonna get the results that you're looking for when it comes to losing fat and or losing weight. And I learned recently, well, I'd say within the last year and a half, I've learned that there is technically a difference between just simply losing weight and losing fat, With losing weight, you could be losing water weight, you could be losing muscle, you could be losing fat. But if you're just strictly trying to lose fat, you might, depending on how you do your nutrition and everything like that, if you're just strictly looking to lose fat, your body could be just recomping. So you may stay at the same weight, but you may visually appear different because you may be gaining muscle, but then losing fat. So that's what I learned. I learned that there could be a difference between fat loss and just weight loss. I don't want to just lose weight because I don't want to lose muscle. I want to keep my muscle. If I could gain some muscle while on the cut, I don't mind that at all. I know that it's harder to do that. It is harder to gain muscle while you're on a cut. I don't think it's impossible though, but I think you just have to keep your protein really high so that your muscles could be getting that fuel. Keep your protein high. You obviously do have to be in a calorie deficit. And then make sure you're getting your sleep, of course, drink your water, you know, the basics. I think the concept of losing weight, losing fat, getting stronger, I think the concept is simple, but the execution is always the hardest part. And I think when people want to know how to do something, they probably expect for you to tell them something super complex, but the concept is literally always simple. It's just, are you going to stay committed to it? And life is going to happen. You're going to have setbacks. Things will happen. You may also not just feel like it. You know, you may not be motivated all the time. But the question is, will you push through long enough to see the results that you're looking to see? So that's the key right there. Let's get to this next set though, y'all. So we already did 2 sets. I want to do at least 2 more sets. And we're going to keep it at this 20-pound dumbbell. And we will practice next week. I'll probably add some more reps. I'm trying to stop between 6 to 8 for this week though, at 20 pounds. So let's get it, y'all. And then I'm holding for 5 seconds at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, slow and controlled, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Yeah, I'm probably gonna be really sore tomorrow. I'm feeling that burn, okay? How's the connection? I hope the connection is good. Last week, my connection was terrible because I was not connected to internet, but now I'm connected to internet. So, hey sister, from how many years are you doing this training? Hey, believe for you. I have been training since, I would say, 2022. No, maybe it was the end of, I would say the end of 2022, kind of going into 2023. And yeah, I would say I started off working out like at home because I just was not confident going to the gym yet. I was really insecure about my body. I was at the highest weight I had ever gotten to, which was 195. And I'm 5'6", so 195 on me, it shows, okay? I'm not that tall. I wouldn't say I'm like short necessarily, but I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily short, but I'm also not that tall. So at 5'6", 195 pounds, it was showing on your girl, okay? And I was just so uncomfortable with how I looked, but eventually my husband, he started training me. He taught me a lot about strength training, and eventually I ended up getting a membership at the gym. But even when I started the gym, I was so intimidated. I felt like everybody knew what they were doing. It felt like I was the only one who was looking crazy and was making a fool of myself. But eventually I just kept going. I would get on a treadmill. I would just kind of people watch, and I would watch how people use the machines. And eventually I would start to practice 1 machine a week. So say I'm on a treadmill and I'm watching somebody do like the hip thrust machine. That following week I would say, okay, next week I'm going to try that machine, because now I kind of have an idea of how to use it, being that I saw that one person use it. So I would just do that every week. I would try a new machine until I gained the confidence to just start doing a whole full body workout. Did you change your diet while starting the gym? I absolutely did change my diet. When I first started trying to lose weight, I practice what's called portion control. I was not tracking calories. I didn't even know anything about tracking calories yet. I was just practicing portion control. So for example, if I know I have a meal planned for lunch, instead of eating that whole meal, I will eat only half of that meal and save the other half of the meal for later. And the thing about that is you really have to be okay with not being full. And that's really hard because I like eating until I'm full, you know, but when you're trying to lose weight and you want to practice the portion control method, you have to be okay with, okay, I'm not hungry, I have some food in my stomach, but I'm also not super full and bloated right now. And I think a key to that is just drinking a lot of fluids whenever you eat so that that water can kind of give your brain the illusion that you're full. So yes, but I did absolutely have to change my diet. I used to eat fast food every day, and then I realized that if I want to hit these goals, I'm not going to be able to eat like this anymore. So slowly but surely, my husband and I, we were both learning about healthier ways to eat. We did not go cold turkey. You know, we had to ease our way into it. And even now, we still incorporate things that we enjoy, but we just do it in moderation. I think that's key. So, okay, last set of triceps. I think this is the last set. My triceps are already a little bit sore, so I would not be surprised if come tomorrow they're very sore, but that's okay. That means that we put the work in, so I'm not mad about it. Okay, I'm going for 6 to 8 reps, and I'm gonna hold for 5 seconds on the last rep, so let's get it. 1, slow and controlled. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is our last set. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. This live was not, I wasn't planning for it to be super long. My husband, again, he wasn't able to train me today because he was really tired. So I had to be understanding. Hopefully he's good to go next week so that he can kind of give me a little bit more direction with this workout. Because I noticed that when you have a gym partner, they push you a lot more than you push yourself. So that's why I really, it's not that I don't know what to do. I have an idea of what to do, but I like when my husband trains me because he pushes me to that next level. So that's why I would prefer that he trains me. But today was kind of just a showing up workout, nothing perfect, nothing fancy, nothing glamorous. I just showed up and I'm happy about that. I am about to go do cardio. So I am about to go ahead and end it live, but I really want to say thank you so much for everybody who tuned in. You guys are thebomb.com. Shout out to you if you are watching the live playback. I appreciate you. I am about to get up out of here. Feel free to subscribe. I am going to be live every Saturday, Lord willing. The goal is 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, but sometimes life happens and I'm not able to show up at 6 on the dot. So just be expecting me between the hours of, I would say 6 to 8 every Saturday. So without further ado, I appreciate you guys. I will see you next week on our live Saturday show up. Y'all stay blessed. All right.